What's up, party people? This is the We Try channel, a Nerdy by Nature Productions. I am the head of the Ministry of Mischief. That is Michael. I'm Leroy. We're here with a tape press play because by the time you're watching this, I should be wrapping up a triple A. A is the Fireflies a double A or triple A? Either way, it's a Bluey night, and we're taking the boys, and they don't know we're going. It's like a treat for them because they've been doing semi okay about going to
I was gonna
school.
say, have your kids been doing good? They've been
I
doing
mean,
well.
we're doing the star system. So, like,
Okay.
you do a good job, you get a star, and then at so many stars, you get a prize. And some days they do well. Sorry, my leg itches. I'm old. Think it's gonna rain tomorrow. Uh, some days they do well, and some days it's like fucking putting on pants. It's like putting a goddamn baby pants on a baby crocodile. It is goddamn nerve wracking. So we're taking him there. So we're going to tape this, and I had a great idea. Um, Pat myself on the back. There's a lot of crappy news out there. If you're a Cowboys fan, how about them Cowboys?
Are you watching that documentary on
Hell no.
Netflix?
I don't need to see somebody stroke off Jerry Jones. Um,
It's not that actually.
it is. Let me tell you why.
Okay.
Because I've watched clips of it,
hmm
and Jerry Jones diminishes and tries to make himself seem greater than what he is, considering Jimmy Johnson really did a lot of the work to create that team.
Have
And
you
so
seen the clips that refute that in the same documentary?
I watched
Because I
some of
don't
the
I don't get it as that. Because I get it as like, oh, he thinks he's that, but this documentary is like, oh no, you're not.
it's so here's the thing. I've watched people who so the book is actually so sorry, let me back up. The documentary takes excerpts from Jeff Pearlman's book, who did a book about the Cowboys. And
Mm,
Jeff Pearlman is like, fuck you, you guys took parts of my book and didn't even credit me, and
Mm-hmm.
then left parts out. And so I have a big problem with that because as people who are journalists, I ascribe to be a journalist. I try every day. I fail quite a bit because being a journalist is hard. Um, I don't like that. And this isn't the first time that has been done. Netflix does a very good job of doing entertaining documentaries, but they leave a lot of shit out. So
Sure.
I would like to say, how about them Cowboys? Uh, have fun with that. Micah Parsons is a Packer. So, with that being said, there's a lot of bad news out there, and we didn't want to talk video games. And I wanted to continue the conversation we had last week, where we talked about what were some of the not sneaky, but what are some? We talk about the Mashes, the Cosby shows, the Star Treks, shows that changed the way we look at television and had a real world impact. I had five, you had five. I said, let's take it a step further because we played around with this while we were talking. And we both said, like, and we talked about it. And I said, the shows that I picked, I really love. And I would like to see them or the themes in the show explored. And why not reboot the shows? Because I think a lot of these shows have touch on issues, situations, and could have characters when you reboot the show that could tell the same story in a different way. So um, I'm gonna kick. I do you want to go first? Or you want me to go first? Because I have my three, but I want to see if this is the first one.
You told me you wanted me to go first, so I can go
Go
first.
first. Okay. You tell me
Okay.
what show it is, and I'm gonna hold this up, and you tell me if I'm. You go first. Tell me what show.
Okay. The first show is I Love Lucy.
God damn it! It was a 50-50. I went. Can you read that?
I I can't see it.
It's Golden Girls. I could have
Oh,
lied and
okay.
said it. I thought you were going to pick Golden Girls as the first one because that is the show that I would love to reboot. But go ahead.
Okay.
It was either that or I Love Lucy. It was either
Yeah.
Golden Girls or I Love Lucy. So go ahead.
I Love Lucy. So I have a couple notes here for some of this stuff.
Uh huh.
Um, Essentially, I Love Lucy is an iconic show.
Hmm.
We talked about how it led the way in terms of what it did for gender representation
It is.
and female being a female-led, female-centric story. Um, it being a family story, it being a screwball comedy at times. It did
Hmm.
all this stuff. So for me, if we were going to do a reboot,
Hmm.
I like the idea of I don't think it has to be like a carbon copy, but it could be keeping the same idea of it.
Hmm.
So instead of a remake, it would kind of reimagine the
Okay.
essence of Lucy Ricardo.
Hmm.
Um, so it could either be it doesn't have to be another Lucy Ricardo. It could be like Lucy's granddaughter or somebody like that.
Ooh. So you want to
Um,
keep, so the main character is part of her family. So you're
I think
keeping
so.
that. Okay.
Yeah. Um, do it as a format, be a multi-camera sitcom.
Hmm.
But you could do a couple single camera sequences, so you could have some modern sensibilities in it.
Hmm.
Um, I feel like it would be funny, but there would be like uplifting messages, a mix of classic musical comedy and modern day humor. Um,
Question.
mhm.
Are you going to, so you said classic. Are you doing a straight sitcom, or are you going to do like the dramedies things that we're doing, or are you doing like Abbott Elementary, The Office? Are you just like you doing laugh tracks? Like how are you, like
Oh,
what's
I was just like a mockumentary and stuff.
yeah, like
Um,
so how are you pulling this off? How are you reboot this?
I think of it more like shot in the same way as 30 Rock was in terms
Question.
of camera formats and everything like that. Yeah.
Where is the show gonna air?
Like a
Because that's
network?
you would like because I have like where the show's gonna air because that gives you an idea of what kind of show it is. So like if you redid the Cosby Show, would the Cosby Show be on Netflix or would the Cosby Show be back on NBC?
On Pornhub or yeah.
Stop it! Stop it!
Oh,
Time out!
okay.
Time, flag, flag,
Okay. Well,
flag on the play! Flag on the
all
play!
right. Whatever.
Yellow card. You
Yeah.
get two of those.
No, I would probably put this on like let's put it on CBS.
Because the reason why I ask is because are you looking for like a more gritty approach? Are you looking for more like are you looking for a more wider audience where it could be anybody could see it, or like do you got to pay to subscribe to see this?
This is a comedy, a four pillar style comedy. Not having being too heady or whatever. It can be
Okay.
a little wider appeal, a CBS type of thing, like where they're going after the widest audience possible.
Ooh,
Um, I would set it in modern day
sorry.
settings.
I thought you said whitest for a second, and then I realized you said whitest audience.
Widest,
Yeah, I
yes.
thought you said whitest, and I was like, oh,
No.
I
Um,
didn't realize you went that direction, Michael. Okay, cool.
but yeah, it because for me, a lot of the things that I liked about I Love Lucy was she would tackle whatever the things are of the times and just have weird interactions with this. So I feel like this Lucy person
Mhm.
could tackle AI, could tackle influencers, could tackle social media,
Oh
could tackle
wow.
streaming, and just like, oh, this is weird. How does this stuff work and everything? Like, and she would just get into weird shenanigans with it.
So let me ask you this:
Hmm.
how are you doing? What's your cast look like? So like you're doing like Lucy's granddaughter. Are you doing like is she a young adult? Is she in high school? She's in college? Is she a young professional starting out? Is she a mom who has a family? Like what's your cast? How do you rounding out your
I think
cast?
like season one is kind of she's a young adult.
Hmm.
Um, she has a picture. I don't even know if she even has a picture of Lucy hanging up somewhere. It's like, oh, grandma, whatever type of thing. But she's a young adult. She has some significant other. They have friends. They live in an apartment complex, and like their next door neighbors are the same age as them. Maybe they're 20 somethings
Hmm.
who are married, and they come over and cause shenanigans.
Okay. Okay.
Um, let's see. I'm trying to think of anything else.
You doing? Here's my question.
Mhm.
You said CBS, so that opens the door of. Are you talking CBS proper, or it's on Paramount, kind of like Frasier was when they rebooted that, and then eventually it moves on to CBS after a certain period of time, like that?
That
Or
didn't really. It didn't matter.
no, no, I'm just,
I
I'm
would
just
say if that's the case, I would say CBS proper.
okay.
Yeah.
Do you have an idea of casting? Do you have
Not for this one, but I have casting for another
okay?
show.
because I have casting for most of mine. Do I have one?
Okay.
Yeah, I have a lead actor at least. I have a lead actor and a co-star.
Okay.
Mm.
Um, let's see. I'm saying somebody who's like really a young female talent that's really doing physical comedy right now.
Ooh, you know
It's
who
like
I would pick?
who would you pick?
Uh, young actress.
Yeah.
You know who I would love, but I don't think you would pick her, only because I don't know if she is. Um, I would go with Feldstein from Booksmart.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
like. I love her. I think she is. That's who. That's one of my picks. If you were going older, I would pick um old girl from uh there's two actresses I would pick. You never watched this. Did you ever watch Yellow Jackets?
Nope.
Damn. Did you watch Scream, the reboot of Scream?
Nope.
Ah, damn it. Now you got me looking her up. Hold on. She is the young actress who plays the teenage Tatiana. Hold on. I can give you her name. So guys, look her up. Guys and girls, look her up. She has a three name. In Scream, she was the sister to she was the sister who played Jamie Kennedy's role in the reboot. She was just on shit, where's her name? Hold on. She's a young black actress. God damn it, what is her name? I know her face when I see her, but she plays teen. She has three names. It's going to kill me that I cannot. Is it Teen Shauna? No. Yes, Jasmine Savoy Brown. Look her up. I think she has the chops to pull off physical comedy like you talked about. She's young, she's funny and Scream, and I have only seen clips of her in Yellow Jackets. We just started Yellow Jackets. I think she has the chops to pull us off. I
Okay.
would also pick um, um, it'll come to me, but either way, I would go with one of those two.
Okay. That's my I Love Lucy.
So my first one is going to be House of Cards. However, I would not tell anyone it is a reboot of House of Cards, and you wouldn't know it until the last scene of the show.
You
I
trying to
would
do like Prey or something?
not like Prey, but kind of like so the show is called One Thing. The trailer would come out and you'd see it, you'd think it's one show. So kind of like think so did you watch House of Cards?
Hmm.
So do you remember when you realized House of Cards was totally different than anything else when he broke the fourth wall? That's when we all realized like, oh, this is something else. I would take a young female actress who is a House rep running for Senate. She would be a Democrat. She would lean progressively. She would push. I don't misunderstand me when I say this. I am kind of like how House of Cards was based on loosely Lindsey Graham.
Oh, you want an AOC?
I wasn't. I was thinking AOC, but also a little bit of Elise Stefanik, an up
Okay.
and coming New York Democrat who is like getting looks from the leadership. She is a House rep. She's making waves. She's challenging leadership. She's getting noticed by the media, and there's a lot of buzz around her. And the show is showing her on the campaign trail, and she has a campaign manager who does not realize who this woman is and like believes. Do you remember the Rick and Morty episode when it turned out that evil Morty was the Morty running for president of the
I
Council of
vaguely,
Race?
I vaguely remember that.
That's what I'm going for. I'm going for when this Morty is like, oh, a Morty could win, and they're like, oh, and then the Morty who's his campaign manager is like, oh shit, you. That's what I'm going for. I'm
Hmm.
going for this young and upcoming woman who understands, who is like trying and like you believe, like everybody's like, she can do it. Yes, she
Hmm.
can. And all the while, this woman is understanding what she is, who she is, and politics. She understands scandal. She understands her sexuality. She understands what it means for her to be a young single woman in Congress on Capitol Hill, but also from New York. And then that last scene turns, and you realize you're watching House of Cards. And you realize, oh shit,
But
I've
what
been.
does that? What does that look like? What does that mean?
In other words,
So is
the show's not called House of Cards. That's my point. You're rebooting House of Cards and you're calling it something else. You're calling it like Erica Kane,
mhm,
and it has like these whimsical trailers like, oh my gosh, she broke a heel running up the stairs on Capitol Hill, that kind of shit. And
mhm,
you're like watching it, you're like, I'm getting a little scandalous vibe from it, and you're like, okay, I'm feeling it. And then that last scene changes in the first episode, and here's the person who plays it. You'll love this. Guess who I want to play?
I think you almost said her name. You
Yep,
Tatiana Maslany?
yep,
Yeah,
yep,
she can do everything. She's great.
yep. And she turns to the camera. She's dating her. She's with her paramour. She's with a guy, and she gets up out of bed after they whatever, and they're laying in bed. She gets up. She gets to her laptop, and she opens the laptop, and then the camera pans from the laptop goes around, and she looks at and like the camera pans up, and she's like this, and she looks directly in the camera, and she starts talking to it,
Hmm.
and then something changes. I don't know what exactly, but something, you think this is a wholesome great character, and you realize you're watching a sociopath who is going to do any and everything to win, to for
So
the
the stuff we
ideal.
see in her in that first episode, is this all an act for her?
It's part of who she is, because she recognizes this is all a game. She recognizes as a young woman. Did you ever see the trailer for Promising Young Woman?
I saw Promising Young Woman.
That's what I'm go. So think, this is what I'm going for. Think Promising Young Woman meets. Do you know what I'm about to say? Ellie Kemper show.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I'm going for the. So you think you're getting the Ellie Kemper show. You think you're getting these cute characters, all of this
Unbreakable
stuff.
Kimmy Schmidt.
Uh huh.
Yes.
And then you get young, promising young woman.
Hmm.
And you realize you're dealing with someone who's like, and here's the thing, no one around her realizes this. She talks to the camera, and the only person who gets an inkling that I'm working for someone who is not who she seems. And this is where people buy into this is going to be a quirky little show. Guess who her campaign manager is? She was on Insecure. Issa Rae.
Huh. I thought you were gonna go with
Yvonne Orgy.
no, the heavy set lady
Oh,
on
I know
that
you
one.
talk about. She was in the Sonic shows. She just had a show on
Yes. Yeah, because
Hulu.
she had
Yeah,
a show on Hulu. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Nathaniel. I think her last name.
Natasha Rothwell or
Natasha.
something.
Yes, thank you.
Something
Yes,
like that.
good
Yeah.
job. So that's so I want to play with this idea of you think you know what you're watching, and as you keep watching, you're like little things are like not what they seem, and basically, Tatiana Masley is playing. And the reason why I picked her is because she's already done this before, and she has the acting chops to look at the camera. She did it in She-Hulk,
Hmm.
and so I want this person because here's the thing: when you watch politics and you have these right wing or left wing YouTube channels and all these different things, what if half of them were true? And that's what I'm going for. Like, what if the conspiracy theorists were true, but they were way off? Like, this person is backing from this and all. No, you are you're going the wrong way. She is all of these things that you say she is. The difference is she believes in these ideals and she's going to do whatever she can to get them done. That's what
Okay.
I want. So yeah, Tatiana Masley, her campaign manager is Issa Rae, and it's filled out with all of these different people who have no idea. Like, remember how Doug was like the go to? What I'm looking at is something different. She doesn't have a Doug. What she does is she corrupts everyone around her to do the things that she wants to do because they believe in the idea.
Hmm.
So they're willing to skirt a little bit here. Like, what are you willing to do to get what you really want? And that's the difference. Whereas Frank blackmailed you. Once he found that you had a weakness, he exploited it. But the difference is he got you to do what you wanted him to, what he wanted to do. The difference is I'm going to give you what you want. You're just going to have to compromise every moral you have to get it. And that's how you reboot House of Cards.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's my that's my first one. Who you got for your second
Ren and Stimpy reanimated.
one? I hate you. I never thought that was the one you were going to say. Go ahead,
Yeah.
because I hate that.
Um.
Go ahead. Wait,
So
I'll ask questions afterwards. Go ahead.
okay. Yeah. So it's called Ren and Stimpy reanimated. Um. The biggest thing is before with the cartoon that came out originally, it was kind of a kids cartoon, but really a lot of
Mhm.
adult themes. This is adult animated show. It's not for kids. This is M rated.
Ooh.
Um, I think you're dealing with that crazy surrealist humor, that Rick and Morty style humor, just that edgy stuff. But I think the issue is making sure you're not you're sticking away from some of the problematic stuff that would have happened before. So figuring out how to get the rights because I don't even know who owns Ren and Stimpy now. I don't know if the guy who had the problem still owns it or Nickelodeon owns it outright or
Hmm.
whoever. But get rid of that. It can be on a streaming service. It could be Hulu, Netflix, Max, um, any place with that. Um, it's satirical. It's dark humor, um, and the big thing is the humor now is more dark gallows humor than like the
Oh
gross
yeah.
out humor that you would have done from
Oh, oh.
before.
Sorry, I thought you were talking about in general, but yeah. Okay, continue.
Yeah, I was saying, yeah, this humor would be more dark humor than gross out humor. Um, you would have a Ren character, you'd have a Stimpy character. Um, you could have some guest spots like Mr. Horse could come back. You could have new characters. Um, I'm trying to think of what else here for that one. Um, wouldn't be mean spirited.
Hmm. So you have a
Um,
soul. Okay, keep continue.
yeah, yeah. Um, I think I would split it up into each episode. There'd be half and half. Like 10 minutes of it would be a long running serial arc that runs throughout the season, and then the other half would be just random shorts within the universe that we're creating.
What's the art style? Are you keeping the art style? Are you redoing it? Also, your shorts. Are you opening that up to like the same creative team, or is that like a different creative team that does shorts and you're like introducing new creative animators to
I
do
think the
different?
people that do the long running serial arc would be one creative team. I think the
Mhm.
people that do the shorts could be other creative teams.
So like basically the people who do Rick and Morty could like do a stint. The people who do Gravity Falls, like all of these different creative teams who recognizable animated animation could be
Yeah,
like, oh, I want to do a short, and they do it.
yeah,
Okay,
I like that.
okay,
The animation would probably be similar to what it was for original cartoon, hand drawn style. Wouldn't really try to get into like the 3D modeling or anything like that, but I think that gives you the opportunity to kind of get your elongated, wild expressions in your characters.
okay.
Let's
Um,
see. Let's see. Anything else in that one? Um, what? Any boy?
question:
Uh-huh.
Are you bringing the old voice actors back, or are you
No.
casting? Only reason why I ask is because we the original creator of Ren and Stimpy has some issues behind them, but the actual people who worked on the show don't have that baggage. So is this an opportunity like getting the band back together minus this one bad cast member or bandmate, or you just going totally different, rebooting the whole thing, new people? You guys give me your version of what Ren and Stimpy should be.
I would do new people. Um, Here's an idea for an episode. Stimpy's NFT. Stimpy sells his bodily fluids as NFTs.
I hate you. I hate you only because that's a good idea and it would work. And I hate that because this is the world. This is the bad timeline.
Yeah,
This is when Doctor Strange did like. This is one of the bad ones that we live in because that would work. Some if we ever get big and famous, someone's going to be like, "That's a fucking good idea." There's going to be some exec who makes this happen.
do fantastic.
I hate it.
Um,
I fucking hate it because it's a good idea.
yeah. I'm trying to think of any other stuff.
I
That's
wish
what
we
all I
were.
got for Ren and Stimpy.
I wish we were in Russia so I could snuff you out because this could happen. God damn it. And I hate Ren and Stimpy. And that's not out of all the shows that you were going to pick. That's not the one I thought you were going to pick. I hate you.
Yeah,
Mm. So, do you know what I'm
I'm
going to
gonna
pick?
the Shield.
Yes.
Yeah, it was either the Shield or Belly, and Belly's not even an option yet. But yeah,
I would love to do Billy as a TV show.
I bet you would.
I would. I so would. Um, Real quick, I would do Billy as a TV show, kind of like they do Miami Vice, like the TV show Miami Vice, and I would do it like that. Like, how do you move within this world? As anyway, I would redo the Shield. The Shield would be on FX. Vic Mackey would not be a part of it, but his presence would loom. He would be this off-screen boogeyman of like of the department, and they're going to reboot the strike force, and they're going to pick someone to lead the strike force. And but the thing is, you don't get to the strike force. You know it's the Shield,
Hmm.
but you don't get to the strike force till the end of the season. You're building up. So here's where the Shield is different. Whereas you're watching the Shield the first time, you're watching these cops that, yeah, they bend the rules or whatever. The question is, after that first episode, you see him shoot. I can't remember what the guy's name is, but you see him shoot the cop, and it's like you realize what kind of show you're watching. My version of the Shield is a young officer who is a part of the strike force who is picked to join, who is innocent, and you watch him lead the strike force. Basically, you're watching an origin story of the next Vic Mackey.
Hmm.
And the difference is the officer is black. And you're watching a black officer with everything we have seen with policing, with Black Lives Matter, with George Floyd. What is it like for a black man to be law enforcement, to come up as a patrolman, excuse me, to become a detective and to see how the world works and to descend into a bad cop? And not like bad cop like we have these NBC shows, Chicago PD, and like where the cops are great. Whereas in what's the show with Tom Selleck? My in-laws watch it and religiously. Like I that had one of the Backstreet
Blue
Boys,
Bloods.
Blue Bloods. Yes, thank you. I'm not going for that. I'm not going for these archetypes. I'm looking for true character development of a young black man dealing with what it's like to be a cop in this new world where you back the blue, where you understand there's corruption. Do you speak out and you steal a little bit here? You He descends into not necessarily madness, but he crosses that line where he's no longer a good cop and he struggles with it. Vic Mackey never really he struggled with the decisions he made, but excuse me,
You're
but he
putting all this evil out in the world. You're choking. Yeah, go ahead.
I know I can't. He struggled with the decisions he made, but he never struggled with who he was. What I'm looking for is a man who struggles with understanding with every payoff he takes, every person he frames, everything he does, he struggles with it while he continues to do it. And then feeling that noose around his neck. And I say that because of what it represents, knowing he can't get out.
Hmm.
Where he's like, and there's how far did you get into The Walking Dead? Did you ever get to the Rick speech where he's like, "We're the Walking Dead"?
You talking about the comic?
The show. He does
Uh,
it in the comic, but then the show did it as well. Like where he
yeah,
has
I'm pretty sure I made it to that.
okay, that's what I'm looking for. Where you like you see this you see this guy and you're like, "Oh, he's the future. He's great." And then you see it's not like this reveal where like, "Oh, he's a bad dude." We're watching a good man become bad. I want
You want Breaking Bad for cops?
no, kinda, but I want training day. I want to see what turned like Lonzo. I want to see what turned him bad. I want to see what got him to that point.
Hmm.
So technically, I'm looking for like it's the Shield, but I'm really trying to do Training Day. Where did Lonzo become the bad guy?
Okay.
That's what I'm looking for, and
Where
that's
is this? Where is this streaming at? Where's this playing?
FX baby.
Oh, you did say FX. Yeah,
I
yeah,
want
yeah. Okay.
FX. I want it on FX. Here's the thing. I want and I want FX to be still to be that hub where you still get Dave, the Bear, Nip Tuck, American Horror Story. Like Alien Earth. I still want that, and I don't know if you can still get that now that it's going to be integrated into Disney Plus. But that's my hope that we can still get. And the reason why I picked the young and here's my question and here's who I want. Now the show changes based on who it is. Um, because I picked a young black man. Can you guess who I would pick for my actor? Now the show
Um,
changes based on these things.
I'm gonna say John Boyega.
Nope.
Um, Jonathan Majors.
Nope. Because
Mm,
I want someone with a who looks squeaky clean. I got two actors in mind, and they diverge based on who
who looks
who
pretty
I
clean?
pick.
I don't know who.
I want to say squeaky clean. I was gonna go with your boy from Rebel Ridge,
I was
aka
thinking that, but I didn't think that was who you're going to go with.
I was
Yeah.
gonna go
Okay.
with him for one, or Shamik Moore.
Oh, he ain't squeaky clean.
Sorry. As far as young actors who you could believe, like, oh,
Okay.
he looks like a wholesome young man.
Sure. Sure. Okay.
And here's the other thing: I'm getting a writer's room who can deal with colorism.
Oh,
Because
so having a darker actor versus lighter skinned actor? Sure.
so like, if we go with Shamik, I want you to lean into the fact that he is a darker skinned brother. And if we go with Aaron, I want you to go with the fact of he is a lighter man. He looks because I think that's because what I'm looking at is I want this person rooted in the black community. What is it like to be a black man to be a cop today? Because here's the thing, I don't know of any other show who's really dealt with that. We kind of got it in SWAT with Shamar Moore, but it's a CBS show. You're not you still have all these other benchmarks you have to hit to keep that show going.
Right.
They touched on it a little bit, but that's what I'm going for. That's what I want in my show. I want to see, and I want you to have a writer's room. And again, I need you to have a writer's room who are cognizant of those things. And I want you to have a writer's room of cops, former cops, who are like, that's not legitimate. We've
Hmm.
seen a little bit of this. Um, I watched every season of Law and Order up until they redid it, the original series, and you got a little bit of that back the blue and how like what happens when you go against IAB, all that stuff. I want all of that in this show.
Hmm.
I want the media to be involved in this. Like what happens in an officer involved shooting? What happens when an officer involved shooting is a black man and he is in the wrong? Memphis. So yeah, bring the shield back.
Bring the shield back.
Yep.
For as we talked about, we didn't want to talk about real heavy stories. Now we're bringing up the shield back.
Well, I think this is a way to bring in to be entertained, but also to spark conversation, but also to have fun with it because it's like, okay, you watch an episode, and here's the thing: I'm not dropping all of these. Like with House of Cards, I'm dropping them all at once. With
Hmm.
these, you gotta watch this shit weekly. This is fucking Peacemaker for black people.
Peacemaker for black people. Okay, cool, fantastic.
Because here's my
Um,
question: can this man be redeemed? Is there a way out?
it's interesting.
Mm.
I like the idea.
Yep.
I like your cast choices.
Mhm.
Um, do you have titles for any of these, or are they just called what they are?
My first one is called whoever the politician's name is,
Uh huh.
and then like after that first episode, and she turns to the camera, and you realize, and it like, and then the music plays, the House of Card music plays, and
Okay.
then like zooms, kind of like remember in 24 when they used to do the blocks, and they would do ding ding, and then like all the different like the different like shots of the different people involved. The
Yeah.
last thing would be the House of Cards music. And then remember how House of Cards open was always of like DC and like the traffic and stuff like that?
Yeah.
That music plays as it slowly zooms out from her to either New York or DC, wherever she is.
Hmm.
And then the real open plays.
Okay.
And it's like I said, I'm picking Erica Kane, but that's not whatever her like name is, and then it's Erica Kane colon House of
House of
Cards.
Cards. Okay.
Yep. And
Okay.
and I don't I don't know if we've ever seen, like, I'm want to do that reveal, that usual suspects thing again. Like, I want television to be fun again, where you're like
Hmm.
watching stuff, you're like, oh, I got tricked, I got duped, and everybody's like, you've got to watch this. You know,
Okay. Um,
why do you
and
ask?
then the shield is just called the shield.
She's called the Shield.
Okay. Because I was
Ninjas
making
with
sure
badges.
I was saying my titles. I did the Ren and Stimpy animated. Lucy
Ninjas
would
with
just be
badges.
Lucy, huh?
Ninjas with badges. The Shield.
Wow. Okay. Lucy would be Lucy exclamation point.
Hmm. Oh, I
Um,
like that. That's cool.
yeah, Ren and Stimpy was Ren and Stimpy
Does
reanimated.
Lucy? Does the heart? Does like the exclamation point have a heart at the bottom of the exclamation point? Like, how are you?
Uh, I didn't
How are you
go that
wrapping this
far.
up? Okay.
I just had a title. I didn't go that far. And then my last one here.
Hmm.
You finally got your wish. Golden hour.
Golden Girls.
Yeah, yeah. It's called Golden Hour.
Yes. Because that. Who's your cast? Please tell me you have a cast. Because if not, I can cast it right now.
Yeah, I have a cast.
Go.
Let's
I'm
see.
excited about this show. If you can't tell,
You
because
are.
I want this show to come back.
So we have Elaine Brooks. These are the character names.
Oh, okay.
Elaine Brooks goes by Lane.
Lane.
65, retired high school principal.
Okay.
Monica Rivera. She was a once famous soap opera, making comeback in streaming.
Ooh. Oh.
June Kim, a retired veterinarian with an eccentric sense of humor. And Loretta, aka Lo DeMarco.
Loretta's black.
People could be all kinds of stuff. Um, here's who we have. For Lane, that could
Mhm.
either be Angela Bassett or Annette Bening. For
Great
Monica, we
casting.
either have
Great
Selma
fucking
Hayek
casting.
or Vanessa Williams. For June, we either have
Whoa, whoa,
Sandra
whoa!
Oh or Michelle Yeoh.
You got Selma Hayek money?
I can do whatever I want.
I'm just saying, like, where is this
For
playing?
Selma, for Selma, it ain't about the money. She's married to a billionaire. She just wants to get back in and have some fun with some
Sir,
ladies.
you got Angela Bassett and Selma Hayek. What kind of? Where is this show airing, sir? I'm I'm subscribing to whatever channel it's on, but what
I will make that money some kind of
kind
way.
of
And then
budget you got?
my last one could either be Rita Moreno or Whoopi Goldberg.
Rita Moreno.
Um,
She has to play the Estelle. Rita Moreno has the Estelle for this.
so the first one, either the what was it? The Angela Bassett Lane character, that would be the Dorothy character.
Hmm.
The Blanche character was Monica Rivera, and that would be Selma Hayek.
Oh, I can see that. Definitely
June
see that.
Kim is the Rose character, the oddball. That would either be Sandra Oh or Michelle Yeoh.
Hmm.
And then finally, the older, no nonsense Loretta Marco, that would be Rita Moreno.
And that's
That's
the
the Estelle
older.
Getty character.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that's okay. Just
Um,
making sure.
yeah. So I mean, essentially, they would be about these ladies, four ladies living in an apartment
Mm.
somewhere, or
Okay.
living like a little housing complex together, and just dealing with the stuff that they would have to deal with as being older women. They'd
Yeah.
be talking about dating. They'd be talking about maybe trying to connect with their grandkids or whatever for some reason,
Hmm.
or trying to. I think some of them would be. I don't think I would do anything about them not knowing how to use technology. I don't feel like I'd like that. I do like
True.
the idea of they can use technology, not to the point where like I don't know how to use a remote. They know how
Yeah.
to use technology, but they would still have issues that even young people would have of like, what does it mean to deal with AI and how does it take over your life, that type of
What?
stuff.
Here's the thing, dude. I don't think you should do not know how to use technology, because that's like my in-laws. My parents can use the internet, social media. What I would like to see is, excuse me, how do they do with the changing landscape of language and what is acceptable generationally? Like right now, online dating. These are women who probably met their match in person.
Hmm.
So like apps, like somebody like whoever, like your soap opera star is very up on like DoorDash delivery services, using like the house is big enough where you could make it an Airbnb. Like this clash of generations, that's what I would like to see. Like my in-laws are better at ordering food and groceries than I am. Like right now, I could not order from Kroger
Hmm.
and like whatever Shopify. I couldn't do it. My in-laws can because they do that shit. I don't. I do not have. I do not like someone picking. Ricky. Ricky has this thing where he says, "I don't like nobody picking my meat, my cuts of meat." He likes to go, but my in-laws are like, Jackie comes and brings. We know Jackie. She's there. I would like to see that the generational divide or shift of things that are okay. I would like to see them deal with like the language change or the language barrier, understanding what Riz is, and like your grandson shows up, yeah, he's got the Riz, and you're like, boy, what are you talking about? That's what I
Hmm.
would like to see.
I'm trying to think whatever. Let's see what else I got. Did the casting 30-minute episodes.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I think the big thing is I would want the ladies to, like we said, avoid the old person cliches of not knowing how to do stuff. I like the idea of they know how to do stuff. It's just how do they respond to it. Like their issue isn't not being able to work with technology. It's just how to
Mhm.
make technology work for them.
Yeah, I like that. I like
Yeah.
that. Uh, I like see that man. I wish I thought of Golden Girls. I love Golden Girls, and I love the idea of rebooting it. Here's my question:
Hmm.
are you going to touch on Medicaid, Medicare, aging as far as like mortality and like the healthcare system as
I think
well?
so. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Only reason why I bring it up is because I'm in my real job. I'm tangentially watching someone work on a documentary about elder care and aging, and the facts and the data that comes from that is scary. So like this is up my alley only because I used to like the show, but also I'm seeing what these people are going through who that have this independence and having to give some of that up.
Hmm.
So especially with women. Um, oh man, I really wish the show would get remade. So do you know what I'm about to pick now?
Let's see. So we've done The Shield. We've done House of Cards. Your other shows were Battlestar Galactica, 24, and Batman. I'm gonna say Battlestar Galactica.
If I was a smarter man, you'd be right. But
Oh, okay.
I have
Oh,
no
what?
idea I have no idea how to reboot that show.
Okay.
Like I don't. I would love to see it rebooted. I know.
Oh, then probably 24.
Yep. Sam
Yeah.
Ishmael was trying to reboot that, and I'm going to be honest with you. If I was a smarter man, I would. I would love to reboot that, but I have no idea how to do it. Like I have no idea how to reboot Battlestar Galactica, the Cylons with AI and the future and Terminators. I don't know how to do that. What I do know is how to do CTU, Jack Bauer, 24. Let's fucking go.
Is that what it's called? 24. Let's fucking go. That would be pretty good.
The sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would reboot 24. Um, I would reboot 24. I would bring back Keith Sutherland. Keith
Oh,
Sutherland.
interesting.
Keith Sutherland would be in charge of CTU.
Okay.
He is now a bureaucrat, and not in this necessarily in the sense of he's not someone who understands, but he is now a corporate man. He follows the rules. He is now the person who has to manage Jack Bauer.
Okay.
And that's what I want 24 to be, where you have a new person who is Jack Bauer, a new Jack Bauer, so to speak, and understands these threats are this the end of the world. And now Keith Sutherland has to not just maintain and keep a Jack Bauer in line. He has to keep a team of Jack Bauers in line. Like like CTU, where CTU was all of these people. He had what's her name? Was it Chloe?
Yeah, that sounds
Shit.
right.
Yeah. I can't remember her real name is, but she's now a
Mary
stand.
Lynn Rice Cub.
Yes, I can never pronounce her name, her last name. So here's the idea: 24 is not just CTU is not just a covert agency who works within the U.S. CTU has authority as a black ops unit now, who has authority within the mainland of the United States and has authority outside. So not only do they have to deal with threats internally, they have to deal with threats outside the US. Keith Sutherland shows up and he's like, he has a desk, he runs operations, but here's this team of people. It's a 5-person team who is like, we are going to do whatever it takes to get the job done.
Hmm.
And Jack Bauer, it's almost like his penance, like karma. His job is to clean up the shit that they leave in their wake, to do whatever it takes. And the problem, and here's the problem that this 24 is: the team, the first episode, Jack Bauer's like standing in there. He's like doing his thing. This team goes out. And think of, when I say team, I'm thinking of like younger versions, kind of like, remember the third Bad Boys when Bad Boys came back? And you
With the
had,
ammo.
uh huh,
Hmm.
that's what I'm looking at. But here's what happens: Jack Bauer's there. He's watching the screen. You're watching Jack Bauer be an old man, and this team is going out doing whatever it can, and they get rocked to the point where Jack Bauer's like, holy shit. And it dawns on him that his team is outmatched because the sins of Jack Bauer return to visit him. And it's not just the sins of Jack Bauer, it's personal.
Was it just taking three?
Nah, not really, but it's
Okay.
basically Jack Bauer has now become this. He's got a little weight on him, he's a little older, he's remarried, and now he has to do the things he has been preaching against for the last 10 years and get back in the field with his team and do the things he has been preaching not to do, while they're like scared because now they're up against people who they thought, basically it's like the bully becomes bullied.
Hmm.
And now you have to bring in this retired dude who's like, I told you to stop doing this shit. And now I got to come out of the field. And it's like, Jack's now like, he's got kids. Like, his daughter died, his wife died, but like he's remarried. He's got so here's this. And does he have it still in him? Can he still, like now, can he still be that guy he needs to be?
How
And
much
when,
torture is in the show?
here's the thing, that's up to that here's that's the question. That's where certain lines, do you still go that route? Because like Jack's like, we shouldn't be doing this, and the team is like, we got to do this to get this shit done, and Jack is like, he's a changed man. Can he be that guy and still lead this team? And here's the thing: these team members keep getting whopped, get
Hmm.
mollywopped. So you're losing people as the show goes on. And then slowly but surely, this man who is a staunch, do it this way, starts turning back. And what does that mean for the man who was Jack Bauer? Then he wasn't Jack Bauer, turned back into Jack Bauer. So
And
like,
is this where's this airing on Fox
no, fuck
News
Fox.
Nation?
Nope.
Uh, the 700 Club? I don't know whether
Really?
right wing.
First of all, you think I'm me? This man is going to give Fox Nation or Fox this kind of show?
Uh,
700 Club?
I mean,
Hell
if
no.
they pay you $20 million.
Nope. They got to go 23.
Okay, cool.
It's got to be an odd number too.
Okay,
No. You know where this is going?
I don't.
Apple TV.
Oh, interesting.
Because I think the only people who could do this outside of Netflix, which I don't think they're going to do, Amazon is okay, but Amazon shows when you look at Reacher, Terminal, uh, the Terminal List, Dark Wolf, they all have this certain look, even with Bosch, all that stuff. Apple's the only show that I think that could bring the nuance to this type of show, who could make you believe that this is high level. Oh shit, we've hit the fan. Outside of HBO Max, and I don't want to give David Zasloff the I don't want to give him anything,
Sure.
but no, I like the idea of here's a guy that we know can do these things. Here's a guy we know who would take a chainsaw to cut a foot to cut a motherfucker up. But now he's a different man. He's a family man. His wife does not know. And here's the thing: everybody he's built a whole new life. No one knows he is that dude. They just know he's a decorated agent. They don't know he's been this person.
Mm-hmm.
And he's preaching against all of these things that he used to do because he knows what kind of path it leads him down. And it leads you down. So he's a different man. And this team, these operatives, he's doing his best for them not to become the thing he was. But to get the job done, he slowly but surely slips into who Jack Bauer is. And they, who they think they're these badasses, who have basically looked into the abyss and realized, oh, we don't have what it takes to do this. And Jack is like, fuck, I do. But do I want to become this person to stop whatever is behind that door? And that's what I want 24 to be. Where it's, you're
So,
up.
question:
Yep.
this all happens over the course of a day,
Yep. And here's the other thing. And here's
so
here's
it
the
only
question.
takes a day for him to snap back.
It takes a day for him to snap back, but we're watching it over 24 hours because it's like he's doing these things because
Okay.
he hasn't been in the field. But
Hmm.
here's the other one. Each hour of the day is every day for us. So Jack Bauer, the show starts. Let's put like perfect example, June 1st. The season finale is June 24th. So it
So
doesn't
one episode is one day, not 1 hour.
so one episode is every day.
Okay.
So in other words, you get 5 episodes Monday through Friday, and you got to the weekend to catch up. So Monday is hour one, Tuesday is hour two, Wednesday, hour three. You get 5 episodes that week. You get a break on the weekend that gives you time to catch up.
Hmm.
That next Monday, that's hour six. That
Wait,
next
wait. So,
Tuesday,
so that's what I'm. So is it?
yep.
Hold
Every
on.
every day drops a new hour.
Right. But what I'm saying is, so this takes place over one day, then not 24 days.
Nope, nope.
Okay.
So you're watching a man in 24 hours have to decide, am I going to be that dude or do I hold it together? Basically, can I hold it together to 24 hours? Can I get this done based on the morals that I have now, or do I turn in that last, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours? Do I turn into that dude? And then the next season is the ramifications of what he does in that one day.
Hmm.
And for us, each day of the week is a new episode. So you've got 5 days. If you don't watch it, you got to catch up on the weekend. And so, however it comes out, each day you get a new episode and you drop it in the middle of the summer where nothing else is going on. And you like, I want this. This is appointment television once again,
Hmm.
where, yeah, it drops on Apple Plus every day at a certain time. And every day that episode's going to drop. And there's a countdown to each episode. So, like, every day there's a countdown, a ticker that ding, 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 ding. And that month is 24. So, whatever month it happens, doesn't, doesn't fucking matter what else is going on. June is month of 24.
Okay. Cool. I
Yep.
like it.
Yep. I don't know who the team is going to be. I don't know like who these people are, but in a day I want to see Jack Bauer. I liken it to, did you ever watch Black Mirror?
Nope.
Damn. So in the first episode that Black Mirror dropped, the Prime Minister of England,
There's something with a pig or something, right?
hmm
Hmm.
that's what I'm going for. What
Okay.
what makes a man, and this is preposterous even as I say it, and if we ever get big enough, this is going to be clipped. What makes a man fuck a pig? Like what are the, and that's what I'm going for. What makes a man devolve into the worst aspects of himself that he used to be, that he's been trying to keep this inside of himself? I don't know if you've noticed there's a theme in between all of the three different shows that I've had. They're character studies and what makes a person good or bad.
Hmm.
That's what my 24 is.
Yeah, you have no heart, so all your people are just bad, evil people.
Unlike you, I believe in nuance and that the human condition allows people to experience things that pushes them to their limits.
Sure. Okay.
I'm
That's how
sorry.
despots are created.
I'm sorry that you don't feel the same way. First of all, sir, I'm not a despot. I'd be an autocrat.
Okay.
There's a difference.
Okay.
And unlike the autocrats that we have out here, I would do it for the people. That's why I call it the Ministry of, wait, yeah, the Ministry of Mischief. I do it for the people.
Do it for the people. Sure. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay.
those are my three shows. Yeah. Because like again, I'm not smart enough to reboot Battlestar Galactica, and Dwayne McDuffie and Bruce Timm are not available for me to reboot Batman, and
Hmm.
Kevin Conroy's no longer with us. So I don't know how I would do Batman. As much as I love the character, I can't duplicate that. So those two shows. Now, don't get me wrong. I'd love to try with Battlestar Galactica, but I just couldn't do it. A man must know his limitations.
Sure.
Hmm. Ooh, that's a good tagline. Let me write that down. Okay. What got you through the week, sir?
Mm, I'm enjoying this Dallas Cowboys documentary. It's fun.
Boo.
Um,
Fuck them.
what else am I watching? Am I
I'm
playing
shocked you're
anything?
watching this. I'm
Sometimes
actually
I'll just turn on something on Netflix. Like, oh yeah, I like the Cowboys.
okay.
Or actually, I like the '90s Cowboys. Emmitt Smith was cool. I thought Emmitt Smith was cool.
Fuck him. He's overrated. Barry Sanders over everything.
Sure. Okay. I don't care that much, but um
I say
well, I
this.
mean it's funny to talk about that because you as much as you don't want to like the documentary because it's like they're not giving people full credit and it kind of puts Jerry
It's
Light in a
entertaining.
good light.
Yeah, it's
I
entertaining.
will say you can watch it because the same mistakes he made with trying to sign Emmitt Smith, he made with Micah Pearson or Micah
Parsons.
Parsons. Yeah, because it's like, oh, this is the exact same thing you did with Emmitt Smith, so you didn't learn
But
anything. But
but the difference is he got Emmett Smith back to play for him.
yeah. But I'm saying that for like, oh, you kind of already went through this, so you could have avoided it. But whatever.
But you got to remember, Jera Jera Jones doesn't see him making any mistakes.
Yeah,
So yeah, I couldn't, like, I tried and I was like, I can't watch a Jerry Jones hand job. I can't. And that's how I felt watching. And I stopped watching and I saw Jeff on the Dan Patrick show, and I was like, finally he could articulate how I felt watching it, and I was like, yeah, okay, I get it now. And but yeah, I couldn't do it. What else?
that's it so far. Yeah.
Uh, so for me, it is I've been playing Dead Island 2,
Hmm.
and I'm really enjoying it, but it is very it's a it's a flawed game, and I've gotten let me tell you how much I'm enjoying it, but how bad this game is. There's a glitch in the game where my controller doesn't work. So like as I'm playing it, I can put my controller down and the camera will just turn 360.
Hmm.
And the left button doesn't work. It works on every other game, but this game there's some type of glitch where it's on my save file. So, but I'm so far in the game where I'm like, I'll just metal pass it because I want to know what happens.
Hmm.
Um, but the game is interesting enough that I'm like, I can overlook it where I'm not like mad because I'm interested in the story, but I'm not like engrossed in the story like I was with The Last of Us or Days Gone or like God of War, like Ghost of. I'm like, I'm not like it had like I can get past all of these obstacles that the controller controls don't work. So that's one aspect. Alien Earth, Peacemaker, episode 2, and we're recording this Thursday night. So Twisted Metal. So like those three things are like getting me through. And me and the
Okay.
wife started watching The Perfect Couple, and I'm backdoor getting her into Yellow Jackets. But I will say this, and I don't know if I've said this before. Growing up, I never got the appeal of Nicole Kidman. But as an adult and seeing some of her work,
It's because you didn't know any better.
no, I did not see the appeal because the stuff that she did, I was not interested in. I watched Far and Away. I thought Others was overrated. Pretty Little Liars or Big Little Lies, whatever that HBO show that she did, the 2 seasons. That's when I was like, oh, I get it now. The show she did where she was the wife. There's another HBO show where she like a murder happened, whatever. We're watching The Perfect Couple on Netflix, and let me tell you, they spent a lot. Like the woman is beautiful, but they spent a lot of money on the set, and she looks amazing. And every time she's on screen, you're like, oh, I was unfamiliar with your work. Continue.
She's good in what's the was it Linus?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you finally saw Linus?
I saw the first season when it was free.
Negro, I asked you about that. Should we do a review of Linus? Because season 2 came out and the episode was free on season 2. And we talked about this.
Yeah, I know.
You never told me you finished it.
Yeah, I finished it.
I wish all the bad things in life on you and nobody but you. I hate you. I really do.
Hmm.
Yeah, Nicole Kidman, perfect couple. I'm actually
There we
enjoying
go.
it. Uh, Lee Shriver's in it too, and Dakota Fanning. So, uh,
Wrap this up.
like, comment, and subscribe. Those are the three shows that we came up with, guys. This is a taped episode. There are two shows that we all both had that we didn't pick. Um, if you know what they are and how you would reboot them, tell us in the comments because Michael didn't pick them and because he didn't pick Goku. And I'll be honest with you, there's no need to reboot it because they do it themselves. And two, I'm not smart enough to reboot Battlestar Galactica or Batman Animated Adventures. So I'd like to hear from you in the comments. How would you reboot those shows? Reboot those shows. And also, is Michael an asshole for not telling me he watched the first season of Lioness and what he thought about it?
Inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah, I'd like to rally the hundreds of people who watch our channel. I'd like for it to be thousands, maybe millions one day. But for those of you faithful followers who are on my side and feel like fuck Michael for not telling us so we could actually talk about Linus because I think it's a great show. And he's right. Nicole Kidman killed it. And I think she's overrated, but god damn was she great in that show.
Fantastic, folks. We'll see you later. Bye.
Deuces.